Everyone, welcome to my three-part series, Get the Hell Out of My Country. This is part one, obviously, and before I begin ranting and raving, I just want to let you all know, I apologize for the fact that I'm a little bit unpresentable. I didn't have a chance to go get my hair cut yesterday, so I'm a little bit all frazzled. I'm not feeling too well as well, so I'm sorry about that. But either way, that's besides the point. Hopefully you don't come here to look at my face, you come here to listen to what I have to say. The first installment of Get the Hell Out of My Country is featuring none other than the Westboro Baptist Church. And the reason I say this is because I didn't know a whole lot about Westboro Baptist Church until last night when I came across an image that truly shocked me and threw me into a fit of rage. Okay, and I looked it up on Google Images, and I found the image and found out that it is real. Westboro Baptist Church is famous for gay hating and gay bashing, okay? They absolutely despise homosexuals. They think that God hates homosexuals. Frankly, I don't think God hates the homosexual. I think he hates the sin that the homosexual takes part in. But that's just me, okay? They proclaim that a lot. Well, I also saw a sign that the lovely, disgraceful members of the Westboro Baptist Church hold up. And that sign says, and I quote from the image, "Thank God for dead soldiers." Now, I don't know about you, but that seems a little bit, off the wall, a little bit wrong, okay? Reading their website here, and as a definition, the Westboro Baptist Church of Topeka, Kansas, is an old school or primitive Baptist church. We adhere to the teachings of the Bible, preach against all form of sin, and insist that the sovereignty of God and the doctrines of grace be taught and expounded publicly to all men. Okay, number one, I'm not about political correctness, but there is more than one sex in this country. There are men and women, okay? So first of all, when you're going to direct something at a group of people, make sure you address them properly, okay? And that's not political correctness, that's common sense. Okay, that's besides the point. Reading down their FAQ, it seems like they're pretty hateful people. They say they take the Bible literally and they adhere to all teachings of the Bible. I don't see the Westboro Baptist Church sacrificing all of their belongings to God to make God happy. I don't see you guys sacrificing your livestock or your job for God. I don't see you sacrificing your pet for God. I don't see you publicly stoning a homosexual for God. If you take everything literally, you're going to take what I'm saying as a physical threat. But it's not. It's just a simple, outspoken statement that I think you guys are disgraceful white trash excuses for human beings, and you do not belong in my country. You can say what you want about religion, okay? What you personally believe is that's your right, given to you by those dead soldiers. But once you mess with my country, once you step on the flag of my country, and I mean that literally because I've seen the pictures, okay? You've crossed a whole nother line that nobody has ever seen before. You do not fuck around with my country, okay? If you don't like it here, leave. Nobody wants you here any less than I do. Okay, nobody wants you here any less than I do. And I don't think you want to be here. So why are you still here? I have an idea why you're still here. Because you have the right to put this disgusting display of bullshit, of psychobabble bullshit on the internet. You have that right. You have that right to gather wherever you choose to bash other people. You have that right. Because of those dead soldiers that you're thanking God for. You have that right. And the sad thing is when you say thank God for dead soldiers, you're not thanking God for the rights that they've given you. You're thanking God for their death. For the fact that they were killed by some crazed militant. Okay? By some crazed warmongering militant. Okay? So when you sit there and you say, thank God for dead soldiers, think about something. If you were in China or Cuba, communist countries, okay, would you be able to say what you want to say? No. Would you want to do whatever you want to do? No. Would you be able to gather whenever you want to gather? No. You couldn't. Because China doesn't give those rights. The USA does. So if you love those rights that you have so much, you better turn around and change your attitude about this country or get the fuck out. Because I can't even begin to tell you how much just disgust is filled in my body right now with the fact that you guys are allowed to live in this country. You're allowed to take advantage of its pleasures, but you give nothing back but hate. Yeah, you might pay taxes. So what? You're what? Maybe 300 or 400 people? Your taxes don't matter. You don't matter. So leave. Leave the country, okay? Let's look at this a little bit more here. One of the 7 deadly sins, which I am, as of right now, guilty of, is wrath, or anger, or rage, okay? And by definition, wrath may be described as an inordinate and uncontrolled feeling of hatred or anger. These feelings can manifest as vehement denial of the truth, both to others in the form of self-denial, impatience with the procedures of the law, and the desire to seek revenge outside the workings of the justice system, okay? And generally wishing to do evil or harm to others. I know if you could get away with it, you would be more than just verbally bashing homosexuals. I know if you could get away with it, you would. But what I don't understand is how you can bring yourself to picket somebody's funeral, to put their family through more of a traumatic experience because you're an ungrateful piece of shit. Okay? Pride is another one. Okay? Pride is considered the original and most serious of the deadly sins, and indeed the ultimate source from which others arise. It is identified as a desire to be more important or attractive than others, failing to acknowledge the good work of others, and excessive love of self. Okay? Right off the bat, pride and wrath are the prime sins that you guys are guilty of. So before you condemn somebody else for their sins, take a look in the mirror, turn around. You're not a child of God. You're not a true follower of God. You're not his appointed or his anointed or whatever you want to say. You are a disgraceful human being. Get out of my country if you don't like it here. It's that simple. Just get out. What I don't understand is why people have to be so hateful. Yeah, there are things that I don't like. For instance, I don't like paying taxes, but I do it because I am a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes. I follow the rules, okay? I'm not generally disgustingly hateful towards other people. Yeah, there are people that I can't stand. But what I don't understand is what is wrong with a little bit of peace? Instead of knocking someone down, why don't you lift them up? Why don't you explain to them your side of the story, and maybe they might see eye to eye with you. But if not, they don't directly affect your life. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to part 1 of Get the Hell Out of My Country. 2 more are coming along within the coming weeks, maybe this week if I'm really bored. But like I said, thanks for watching. Video responses, comments, and emails, they're all appreciated. Hate mail or not, do it up, guys. As well, if you have any suggestions for the next feature of Get the Hell Out of My Country, by all means, leave it in a video response or a comment. Peace. In the words of Pat Condell, wouldn't it be nice?